Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the sixth program of First Christian Church Disciples of Christ in Morgantown, where we have a heart for people and for the heart of Morgantown. Today we want to share our program in 4 phases: music, message, ministry, and Morgantown. Our choir will sing 2 anthems: Risen, Christ is Risen, and As We Sail to Heaven's Shore. Today we highlight Elizabeth Hupp sharing her medical journey with Interplas to Central America as one of the places. We talk with Chris Buck on restarting a campus fraternity who uses the church for their initiation ceremony. Elizabeth Hupp spoke to the gathered Disciples Women's Fellowship on Wednesday, April the 6th. We show the first segment of her discussion as she shares her journey and work among peers. We had to use one of our old 10-year-old cameras, so there's a little problem with the video gain, but everything else is great. Here is our first of 2 segments of talking with Elizabeth Hupp.
June, we went to Tacna, Peru, and Tacna, Peru is southern Peru. Here we are arriving. This is our group. Most of the group, again, is from Morgantown. And the Rotary Club, Club Capilina in Tacna, they are everything. They're our go-to people. They get us, they pick us up, they transport everything, they get us to the hotel. They make sure we have everything. We're like their project. still. So they had all these little signs up this year. In Tacna, we work in an area that was built as they were working on, this hospital's old. It was actually, you'll see a picture celebrating its 60th anniversary. They were building a new one. There's Woody. She's getting the pulse oximeter on the patient. This was one of the surgeons who was actually from California. He was from Sacramento. He's German, but he grew up in Lima, Peru, so he speaks fluent Spanish, which was very nice. So it was a nice trip for him because he was back to the country where he actually grew up in. They are swollen once they're fixed, initially when they come out, and so sometimes the parents are a little leery of, I thought this was going to look better, they're this big lip, but a couple of days it goes down. So, but this was a little child in the recovery room just waking up. My little girl's ready to go to the floor. Yeah, so it was another little lip that got.
I like her scarf jacket.
Yeah, oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm a Snoopy person, so I take that with me. And there we go. And here's just a typical room, on the ward. So not too bad. The floors are nice and clean. It's a very clean facility, so not too bad. Another one. This one's a little bit worse. Some, there's variations of everything. Some of them are bilateral, some of them are unilateral. So yeah, so this was the mom. We thought she'd be so pleased, and again, she's just kind of got the deer in the headlights look like, oh, like it's not just perfect. When they come out of surgery, well, yeah, all that stuff will go away, but you just have to. So she was looking a little bit like she didn't quite know. Yeah, I'm not sure how old she was. Yeah, she looks very young. So there's another little kiddo. Yeah, lots of hair, lots of hair. She even has a little ponytail,
Yeah.
little things up here. So yeah. This lady her name's Aida, and she's from Tacna, and she's actually the one who, years and years and years ago, got the Interplast group from California to start going to Tacna. She worked in California in the Bay Area and found out about Interplast and got that actually started. She's in like 90 years old, and so she lives back in Lima, Peru, leaving Tacna. So here we are in Matagalpa. Honduras, Costa Rica, and this is Nicaragua. So Matagalpa is right here, kind of in the middle, up in the mountains. So we fly into Managua, which is over here, and then do the bus ride through the countryside. Well, we got to step up this year. So the last time we went, that's when they made the hole in the wall to put the electric cord, so we could plug in the big old pink suction machine in our little area this way. So this is a hallway. And they keep you can't really see it, but they keep this closed. It's like they take a Kelly clip and stick that down in there and make sure the door doesn't go up. But people were going through there all the time. And this is just Alice. We're putting the baby to sleep here. So she just holds them, so they're not just laying on the table. She always has the kid sitting on her lap. This was a little guy that would have been probably a pallet. So here's another one. Now this one had the pallet repaired before, but we saw her last year for the first time, and she is about 4 years old now, and she had a big, huge, like a hairy nevus, great big, covered like this much of her face. It's great to see them actually awake and alert and walking around and, looking like a human being. Same group has gone several years. Paul Quintana is a pediatrician. He's from California. And he and David have known each other for probably 40 years.
Actually, we're fascinated by it, and I'm really proud that you could do that.
Well, it's just
Really admire you for spending the time and effort and
it's a fun
being
thing.
able to do it, yeah.
It's a fun thing.
Is it any special type of a fraternity?
Yeah, so it's a men's social fraternity that's across North America. So we do have chapters in both the United States and Canada.
Okay.
We were founded in 1909 at Boston University. And since that time, we've grown to be one of the largest general men's fraternity. We're actually almost at 300,000 total initiates since our inception. Currently, we're recolonizing here, so this is our first semester back in almost 40 years at WVU. So we're hoping to restart the chapter here and have a strong foundation.
You've graciously chosen First Christian Church to do your initiation ceremony for the inductees of the first class since restarting.
Yeah.
Tell us why you chose the church here.
Well, first off, we just want to say how much we greatly appreciate the church's willingness to allow us to utilize this space. You know, we are very proud that in our roots we were founded as a Christian-based organization, and we find that churches are a really good home for us to have our initiation ritual and conduct that, as it is a really big ceremony and it has kind of a certain pomp and circumstance and decorum to it. And so we're really appreciative of this, and we hope that we can establish a long-term relationship with the church and that our men can give back to the church as well. And so we're extremely grateful.
What is your emphasis beyond socialization of the men and the fraternity? Do you have some other goals or visions?
Absolutely. Social back in 1909 was different than what social is today, and a lot of it is more about personal development. We're really here to enhance a college student's experience by providing them opportunities for personal growth and development. And we really preach our 7 core values, which are the same as the military, and those are loyalty, duty, respect, service and stewardship, honor, integrity, and personal courage. And so we encourage our men to aspire to achieving those kind of values and living those values in their everyday life, as well as the things that our initiation ritual teaches us. Additionally, we're very large on being philanthropic and giving time to service as well to the larger community. We're actually partnered with Feeding America, which is the largest conglomerate of food banks across North America, and to date, our members in the last 3 years have raised almost 10 million pounds of food, and so we're hoping to bring that here to Morgantown and to impact the community in any way we can as well. So those are some of the other overarching things. We definitely want our members to be academically driven as well and motivated. We want to set them up to be successful after they graduate and to have a really positive impact on the larger community. So I think Lambda Chi Alpha has really been committed to being a pioneer in the fraternity world, and I think one of the biggest areas has been our approach to fraternity education and new member development. I would say, we first came out against hazing in 1928, condemning it and saying that it didn't have a place in fraternal organizations. And then we really put the money where our mouth is in 1972 with abolishing pledgeship. So our members, when they join, they're actually called associate members, and they have all the same rights and privileges as our initiated members, except they haven't seen our initiation ritual.
Then one final thing too, you mentioned that Lambda Chi Alpha has had an involvement in Feeding America, and yes. I'm sure there's been other organizations as well, but tell us about your Feeding America involvement.
Yeah, so we actually partnered with Feeding America in 2013, and with that, Feeding America and us came to the agreement that they really wanted some group on college campuses across North America to contribute to that. And so we were happy to be that partner. And so our members do everything from raising food and funds for that, as well as giving back in time. And we think that that's valuable. So whether it's part of the backpack program, where they're actually packing backpacks for the weekend for young folks to have and feed them over the weekend and potentially their family, or helping, stock the warehouses, they get to get their hands dirty and to make an impact that will honestly not only change the lives that benefit from that, but change those young men's lives, because they see the value in service, as that is one of our values. So we're very proud of our partnership. We're very